Hello, friends. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth, back with another live today. And instead of giving you the fake news and the same thing they talk about every day, today I'm gonna be talking a little bit to you about something that, if you understand it, you're gonna be able to get rid of a lot of things and start moving ahead in life. Of course, you can't ignore that the ex-president is on the stand. I mean, he'll be on the stand pretty soon if he chooses to, and he has some witnesses that are going on the stands, and he has a jury, and he has a judge, and he's dealing with all this stuff right now. And the word of the day today, and the thing that I want to talk about, is conviction. Conviction actually has two meanings. I'm gonna let you guys come in there. Uh, yeah, I see some people coming in already. Conviction. Conviction is the word of the day. It doesn't mean that the president or ex-president is going to be convicted. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about conviction and the meaning of it. A formal declaration that someone is guilty of a criminal offense made by a verdict of a jury and a decision by a judge in a court of law. That's conviction. And in this country, you are innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. So, yeah, that's the entertainment that is going on right now, because it's just an entertainment. It's just to keep you distracted of the real things that you have to do, instead of you doing what you need to do so you can move ahead. The media is always trying to keep you busy, with all this circus, so that you get distracted and you don't do what you need to do to get ahead in life. But I'm going to talk about a different type of conviction right now, because conviction has another meaning. What other meaning has conviction? Conviction has another meaning. It's not only that you get convicted by a jury, by a judge. No. Conviction has, the most important meaning of conviction is the second one, the second definition, which is a family held belief or opinion. Conviction, a family held belief or opinion. Okay? So it all depends how big your family is, okay? And you, as you grow up, you develop a conviction. A conviction, which is mere thing, is a family held belief or opinion. See, when you're raised up by your family and you're little, you don't know anything else. So you got all your family around you. Let's say cousins, aunts, the elders, the grandparents, the parents, everybody, uncles, aunts, and they all like telling you stuff. And those family held belief, which are called convictions, are the ones that you're going to grow up with. Okay? Mainly between the ages of 4 and 8. By the time you're 8, then you start forming your own opinions and your own convictions. But the family conviction that you develop between the ages of 4 and 8 are the ones that are going to usually haunt you for the rest of your life. They're going to be embedded in your brain, embedded in your system, and those beliefs are very strong belief that you actually think that they are true. Okay, and if you do believe those convictions are true, then that's how you're going to develop in life, and that's how your destiny, your outcome is going to come usually. See, there's people that are lucky and they don't have that much family. They have maybe a mom and the dad is gone, and the mom leaves, and she leaves somewhere else, like she leaves to another country or whatever, and she raises you the right way, and she tells you, okay, you can do whatever you want. Whatever you want, I'm gonna support you, and whatever you want. You want to be a millionaire? Just I'll support you. Okay, don't matter what. Those are the type of people that that are luckier because they don't have all this family around, or all this herd, or all this tribe behind them with convictions. A family held opinion or beliefs and opinions of a family is those are embedded in you. Those convictions are embedded in you. Okay, so but I'm going to talk about a later on adult conviction in life that happens, you know, also. After you grow up and everything, and you have those held convictions from your family, what happens is you start developing your own. As you see life through going, and you struggle and you do this and that, and by the time you're 30, 35, 40, you start forming your own convictions, and you start developing your own family convictions, or your own convictions if you don't develop a family. So what that means is you coming from the ones that you already learned, then you develop, and then you start making your own convictions and passing it on to your children, grandchildren, and what have you. So convictions are a very strong indication on how you are going to come out, on how you are going to develop, on how you are going to either succeed in life, or just be unhappy, and not getting to the things that you want to do and all this stuff, you know basically. So I'll give you an example. you know they usually, like when you are the first one born, they usually tell you, okay, you're just gonna grow up to be just like your daddy. Man, and you hear this like every single day almost. And let's say your daddy is like a dentist, right? Usually if your daddy is a dentist and you're the firstborn, you're gonna end up being a dentist. Sometimes, you got rebel people that don't care about that, and they say, no, I'm not gonna be like my daddy. I'm gonna be a rebel without a cause, and I'm just gonna do nothing or whatever. But usually, if your daddy's a doctor, you're gonna be a doctor. If your daddy's a dentist, you're gonna be a dentist. If your daddy's an engineer, you probably, not only have the brains to be an engineer, but your daddy's always telling you how things are and everything, and you learn to be an engineer since in a younger age. Okay. Now let's say your daddy is like a construction worker. Let's say, for example, and you hardly see him because they work a lot and everything, and by the time he's gone, you're asleep. By the time he comes back home, you asleep too. So you hardly see your daddy. You know, he worked, but you don't know exactly what he does unless he start teaching you stuff like on the weekends and stuff, like construction things and doing projects around the house and things. And if you get interested, then you'll become just like your daddy. Like, and of course, all the convictions that come behind it. Okay, if your daddy is, you're gonna be just like your daddy. You're probably gonna have a 4x4 pickup and all that good stuff, and you're gonna like pickups, and you're gonna be like a tough guy, you know. That's fine and dandy. Like, for example, by trade, I'm a computer scientist, um, satellite communication scientist, and an all-time space rocker musician, which means, I'm willing to explore. I'm willing to explore space music. I'm willing to explore music in a deep sense that goes beyond what music is. It has to do with physics, computers, satellites, and all the things. And I call that exploring my galaxy mind. Science fiction is only fiction until it's done. That's uh, my motto. Let's say my mantra. And of course, I didn't get along with my daddy too well because my daddy was in construction. My daddy he built houses and he paved roads and he did all the things that I really didn't want to do, you know? And he gave me all those convictions, but the good thing about him was he let me be what I wanted to be, because he was a very smart man. He knew about car electronics too, and we used to explore car electronics and batteries and things of that nature. Hybrid. We're trying to make a hybrid vehicle because before the word even came out, but you know, uh, he saw that I wanted to be more like an engineer, like a computer guy and all that stuff. So he let me be what I wanted to be. That's how lucky I was. And he never said, "Oh, come over here and help me with this, or help me with that, or here's a hammer, you know, go, blow up your thumb." No, he didn't say that. He was an excellent person as far as letting me what I wanted to be, and not putting his convictions and try to put it upon me. You see, so the word today is convictions. Conviction means two things, but in the sense that I'm explaining it today, is a firmly held belief or opinion, a family held belief or opinion. And those convictions take you throughout your life. And of course, by the time you're 40 years old, let's say you haven't got married, of course, it's very hard to get married after that age because you're full of the convictions that you grew up with, and you're full of the convictions that you, from the age 8 or 9, started to form on your own. And by going through life, you form your own convictions. And by the time you're 40, you already have those convictions well held in your mind. And now you're trying to get somebody in your life, after 40. And I'm not saying it's not going to work, but usually those things don't work. Why? Because the other person has their own convictions and their own beliefs. And then you have to, more than ever, you have to compromise. And people don't like to compromise. So, like I said, conviction, for those of you that are still here, is a word that is going to hold you up, or it's going to make you succeed. Especially if you get rid of if you get rid of all the convictions that your family make you believe, that's very hard to do. It's extremely hard to do. Some people never accomplish it. For those of you that are still here, this is Tony Dizant, Space Rocker of the Planet Earth. Today I'm talking about the word conviction. Conviction. Okay, a family held belief or opinion. You have strong convictions because your family put those convictions on you, those beliefs, those opinions. And if you don't get rid of all those convictions that you have when you was a kid, and you form your own, and you see life as it could be for you, then you're going to have a hard time. You will have a hard time. So I'm talking to you. I'm talking to all you youngsters out there that, your daddy say, oh, you'll never amount to nothing. That stays in your mind. Okay? You got to get rid of that shit. You got to get rid of that. Okay? Luckily, I wasn't like that, but I'm just saying, conviction is a very, very strong word. And it's just those beliefs and opinions that the people make you believe when you're little, and then they stay with you throughout your life. For those of you that's still there, this is Tony Dizant, Space Rocker of the Planet Earth. I went a little longer today because people come in and out, and they'll see this on the repeat. But the word today is conviction. It's those beliefs, those opinions that your family put on your brain, and that they live on to you throughout your life. And you have to fight those. Some people call those demons. Why? Because they are sometimes, because the family make you think when you're little that life is this way, and you just got it embedded right there, and it goes through you throughout your life, and you have to fight those convictions. This is the solution for that. The solution for that is this one, and I'm gonna give it to you right now. And if you hear, and if you go through all, the whole 20 minutes that I was planning on doing, the solution for that is this: don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to, once you become an adult and you have your own, judgment, and start reading and start looking for the truth. And start reading and start looking for what you want to do. Go gravitate towards whatever it is that you like doing. And forget about convictions that come from your family, because it doesn't have to be that way. If your family was poor, dirt poor or whatever, you don't have to be like that. You don't have to end up poor and always lacking stuff. You could be whatever you want to be. It doesn't matter where you come from or who your family was. And there's examples of it every single day. So I don't have to tell you about that. I want to say hi to everybody with this video. I want to say hi to all the people around the world that follow my videos and follow my music. I'm starting to do these lives because I want to see how many of you get in here and start listening to what I have to say, not what I do, which is music. Because I think that I could say a lot of things that could benefit you. This is Tony Dizant, Space Rocker of the Planet Earth. Today, with the word conviction or convictions, very strong word. family, held belief, or opinion. Don't believe the hype.